What's going on, guys? It's been a very tiring the past few days for me. Mainly because, I've been eating really bad. For example, today I woke up at, I couldn't sleep at all. So I woke up at 5 a.m. and I think I did, an hour of orcs. And then I pretty much, went back to bed. And then I woke up, I got Little Caesars, got some pizza to eat. Horrible decision. And I took a nap. And yeah, here I am back on BDO. As far as what I plan to do for BDO at the moment, I do plan to stay striker. I know my last video was for Mystic, but I just feel like Mystic, it's not really offering what I need right now. And right now what I need is, honestly, if you compare striker to Mystic, striker is just more convenient. If anything, it's flopped. Succession Striker plays a lot what's it called? Succession Striker is a lot like Awakening Mystic. You hold Shift L and B, hold Shift R and B, and then you use your big skills in between, essentially. But the big difference here is, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain every single thing that's better on Striker than Mystic. As far as PvE goes. So I'm talking, so right from the get-go, I just noticed the Abyss skill is better. Mainly because it's a super armor, so you're protected. Has good crit chance, and I think it's bugged. It says instant cast after Roaring Tiger, I think. Down F during Crouching Wolf to perform charged attack instantly. And it doesn't really work. So I think what I found was to use up C. And then it's an instant cast. So it doesn't have a lingering SA though, so it's not really you're not really using it to prepare yourself, but sometimes I'll pull mobs and I'll just charge it and then they'll group up. By the time they group up, they'll be enough to do some damage, so I see some people putting add-ons on it, but I'm yeah, I don't really feel like that's a need. Another thing is on Mystic. For Mystic, your sweeping kick is your skill that gives you your AP buff, rebuff. And for Striker, it's on your Shift L and B. So what's insane is your Shift L and B and an entire flow. It flows into other flows, which is pretty nuts. So here, I'll actually demonstrate. And here's just me holding Shift L and B here. So you see that I have the AP buff, not including my add-ons if I hit a monster. So pretty nuts. And you literally just do Shift L and B, and it uses your hidden claw on top of it. And this is my DP debuff skill. So on top of DP debuff, I gain a pre-buff for AP, and this is just one skill that links into another skill. And then my next skill is pretty much just more damage as a filler, which is your Crimson Fang here. So sometimes I'm just lazy, so I have quick hit attack speed on there. So sometimes I'm just grinding and I forget to use my Wolf's Fang. Which is another thing that's pretty fucking awesome. Wolf's Fang is a 30% crit chance, 30% monster damage, so a lot of times I kind of just start off with this combo. So I pull some mobs, and then they'll group up, and then I do my whole Shift R and B, Shift L and B. Honestly, I should probably Shift L and B first, but I just from habit, I guess. Maybe because Shift L and B is my pre-buff, and it drops DP, and then I should do my damage right here. And then I have my 3 monster shards, Roaring Tire, Wolf's Fang again. And that's really all you do. Sometimes, when I have my, Black Spirit Rage on, and my Vel's Heart, I go through the skills so freaking fast that, everything will be on cooldown, so I just cram in, up C, down C, or Rage Hammer. either or. They're all 3 big AoE skills. They do a decent amount of damage, so as long as you're using them, not too bad. You know what I mean? I think Crimson Fang into explosive is another thing that I've been doing, which is that, and then it goes into Shift LB. That's kind of why I do it, Shift LB first. But honestly, like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one you use first. I know some like striker guides that do like they do the kick thing. Is that what it is? But I feel like it's not worth it. And I'd rather just do like my pre-buffs and then use my actual prime skill rather than the F kick. I think it's I think it flows into something. No? I think maybe it's adamantine ankle hook. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so they do R&B, F, R&B. So, Marshall Deva. I feel like it doesn't really do that much damage. And it's kind of slow compared to just holding shit down B, R&B, and using big skill. And then doing like a back attack Ray Chamber or something and repeat. So that's just kind of why I like Successor Striker. It's just so low APM. And just still flexible on the things that you can do. I think my only gripe with the class so far is it's not very protected. So I'm thinking later down the road, if I do pick a spot that is, how do you say it? CC heavy, and I need a lot of super armors, I'd probably just pull Rage Hammer, use up C, down C, and then go behind the mob. And then just, you know, use your frontals that way. Or just get crystals that give me resistances to CC. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Probably better to go Awakening Striker at that point, you know what I mean? Awakening Striker is pretty fun to play too. And it's a little bit more protected. So if you're... But, I like the whole succession. It does take a little bit to get used to, because, like, every skill moves you forward. And it's not as much AoE, but, you know, it's fucking awesome. There's a lot of fucking damage. Rage Hammer moves you forward. One, use it between another skill. You have up C to move you another thing. And if you want, you just get a collision, press F. Or another movement skill. So you still got a decent amount of movement skills. But if you want a PvP, just go Awakening Striker. I do have an Awakening Striker PvP video that has like 16,000 views or 19,000 views. So be sure to check that out. I guess this video is kind of like an update. So I don't plan to play Mystic for a while unless like they like overhaul the class, because right now I feel like Mystic's just kind of like slow compared to Striker. So I'm thinking like maybe I go back to my roots, you know, of playing like a caster or something. But I really didn't like how Succession Wizard was played out in Succession, so I just was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna play Wizard. So, and it's not really strong right now either. I could do Wusa, because she's kind of like a caster. But I don't know, not really interested in that right now. I could do... I mean, I don't want to limit myself to a Succession class either. Maybe Hashashin is on the board somewhere, but... Or maybe Ninja. But I would need like a... Pretty much I would need a mentor to show me how to play Ninja, because... and I'm lazy, so I could just go back to... as far as like... How do I say this? When I first started playing BDO, I was a warrior main. And then I think I quit warrior because like Awakening took too much APM. And then I played Mystic for a while, and then I quit. Came back to the game, they did the class reboots. Or I think like Successions just came out. And the War Succession was pretty fucking cool with the skills that they had. And then I went back to Mystic to play Succession. all the class reboots came out, and then it was like the Striker era at that point. You know what I mean? Striker became fucking awesome. So everybody's playing Succession Striker. Now everybody's playing Rusa and Succession Berserker. So kind of weird. If I had to give advice to anybody though, like, and you do like Mystic, like, there's nothing wrong with liking Mystic, but it's just, you're gonna need a lot of gear. And you need a lot of, not really a lot of effort, but like, as far as like PvP goes, you don't really PvP as much in BDOs as you think you would, because a lot of the game is kind of like, how do I explain it? It's like, so everybody knows that a lot of MMOs nowadays, it's like, oh, you're kind of, you don't know if it's like worth your time to play the game or not, because like, I wouldn't say MMOs are like the funnest things to do. Like, don't get me wrong, like, if I had a group of friends that were online and they were telling me to play Valorant, I'd be fucking playing Valorant, you know what I mean? But for MMO, it's like, I think, at least recently, it's like, how do you say it? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm having a huge brain fart right now. So, it's like, as you earn money in MMOs, or at least in these games, it's like satisfying in a way. And I guess that's the only way to say it. And BDO, everybody knows that, like, outfits are, like, worth, like, so much, right? I think it's, like, 600 mil or something for outfits. What did I type? Premium or something? Yeah, so they're worth, like, 785 mil per outfit. So people are, like, kind of like to tie that into, like, oh, if in an hour of playing a game, it's like, damn. Or like, it's definitely like, you know how in those old RPGs, or pretty much RPGs in general, it's like when you're killing monsters and you get that rare drop, and you're like, damn, that feels good. That's kind of what BDO's niche is. Like, let's say you're grinding a certain area, and then, like, you get an accessory drop, and you're like, oh, damn, that's 300 million or something, or, like, in my case, it's like, I'm farming Nagas, and I got, like, what is it, 2 belts, or 2 necklaces in a row. I was like, damn, this is awesome, but then I checked the market, and it's like, shit, they dropped in price, they're like only 150 million each right now, and it's like, okay. But yeah, that's definitely the niche of BDO. So I think it's like the economy has to do something about it. And definitely, I know people say all the time that like BDO's combat is awesome. But like, if I had to compare this to like playing World of Warcraft back in the day, it's definitely more chill to play World of Warcraft, if anything. It's kind of brings up to my next discussion of like, you know how everybody's saying that like Path of Exile is better than Diablo 4 right now? It's like crazy because for like the general population of like people, Diablo 4 is in a good spot. Like, all of my friends and family at the fucking barbecue that I went to in Iowa, they were talking about fucking Diablo 4, you know? They're not talking about Black Desert. They're not talking about, League of Legends. They're literally talking about, like, Diablo 4. And they're like, damn, are you guys ready to play Diablo 4 or whatnot? Or get Diablo 4 and play it? Maybe it's because it fits everybody's schedule more, because it's more chill. But, I don't know. Not sure. There's a lot of these things does come up, like, in that I don't feel like people talk about as much. And I figured that's like, you know, a good talking point. Like, you know, why is Black Desert fun? But at the end of the day, it's like both games are niche as fuck. Compared to like, you know, the MOBAs right now, and like hell, even World of Warcraft is like, it's like people won't play other games until they're done with playing another game and they're bored. So it's like, damn. But you know, I've always felt like me as like a PC gamer, if I could call myself that, I feel that like um throughout my times playing games, like PC gamers tend to only have like 1 to 2 games that they play until they're absolutely burned out. Like, I don't know if you call that hardcore or like a little mix of like an addiction or like sessions or something. Insert key big word to sound smart. And it's like, but yeah, that kind of like, I don't even know why I was talking about that. I think I was talking about that because like I think like a bunch of like videos are popping up of like, oh, Black Desert, like I got back from playing Black Desert and it's like, oh, the combat is so awesome compared to, it's like the best combat in like every game. And it's like, it's just, it's not, it's like, you know, it's different. It's like if World of Warcraft moved on to like all AoE skills instead of like single target skills, and then they could literally do the same thing and still have tap targeting and be chill. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say it's fucking groundbreaking or anything, or like, you know how the game has like, they're like, oh, Black Desert has 25 classes and there's so much to play. And you know, a part of me is like, damn, I really wish I could support this statement for the game and say, you know, there's no like corruption in the game. People aren't spending money to win in the game, you know what I mean? But a part of me kind of understands, like, yo, if someone drops like fucking $100 in BDO and they sell like all those outfits, or they use it to cron some shit, that's kind of a big advantage in BDO. For example, like, I think a while ago when I first came back to BDO, I was all for it. I was like, you know, all these fucking changes to BDO, it's fucking awesome. Like, this game is like free to play as hell now. I think like I think like it was like a discussion somewhere on YouTube where they were like, if the game has to like balance like the free to, like a bunch of Korean games, they have to like balance free to play and pay to win and yada yada. And it's like, you know, like silver gets inflated sometimes and they gotta do certain things. And to me, it's like, you know, if you make like 1 billion silver in BDO, you can turn that, you can flip that silver for more silver. Like, people would be like, oh, you just crons. Crons won't, like, guarantee you, like, money, you know what I mean? But, like, an hour grind is kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? And selling fucking outfits could be, like, going from Capris fucking 0 to Capris 5 or something on a weapon. Or they could just buy a bunch of, like, processing materials with it and just, like, or they could just life skill with it, honestly, and flip that silver and then, you know, just grind on top of it while they're waiting for it. There's, like, many ways to flip silver in this game. I think, like, if, like, the basics of it is, like, if I had 1 billion silver, right, and I want to enhance, I think some noobs, or at least back in the day when I was playing, or even today still, you can literally make greens, and you go to Tet, and you tap them to Tet, and you sell them as you're building your fail stacks. And there's like a big market around it because there are people out there in this game that are like they really value their time, right? So if a guy is sitting there for like an hour making fail stacks, or he could grind his 1 billion per hour silver spot, right? And it's like, cool, I'll just buy this one thing, use a fail stack, and fucking tap. Because I know a lot of people in the game, their main source of money is like dual and tri accessories. And then later on, when they're in the end game, and then they're like rolling in with the dough, or like they grind for like months on end, and then they just pool it at the end of the month to like enhance. Like they're gonna run out of fail stacks, so they'll buy those greens and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like, that's probably where the people that are buying the dual accessories are coming from. Because, like, they probably did, like, the math, and they're like, oh, it's not worth it to do fail stacking for this bullshit when I can just buy a green. You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember there's, like, some person, like, I think it was, like, 2 years ago when I was playing BDO. His whole, like, idea of playing the game was, he'll grind trees, because Mirrormuck was good silver back then, and then he's gonna buy an outfit, and then do his crown tap for the day, or, like, for that week or whatever, and until he got 10. And I was like, damn, that stuff, that kind of sucks, because, like, then you talk about the pay-to-win of BDO, and it's like, fuck. I guess the game is pay to win after all. Because people are like, who's, like, you know? Is anybody listing? Like, somebody's listing these outfits, and it's not just coming from nothing, you know what I mean? Like, which, again, is good and bad. Because it's legit pay to win. Somebody's selling shit for, like, 800 million silver. And then it's like, it's actually wild, you know what I mean? Because I think they said in Korea, the outfits are just lying on a market. So that means a fuck ton of people are spending money over there on BDO. Like, the freaking pay-to-win side of it, you know? So part of me is like, you know, is it really too late for BDO to be like, you know what, we're not doing this outfit market bullshit anymore? But at the same time, it's like, it's probably too late. No one really wants to start over anymore, you know what I mean? It's weird. Very weird. I've always thought, like, and again, you know, arson memories are fucking huge for enhancing. And a little bit of that ties into, like, you know, why did they make the game easier? It's partially because, you know, why did they push out, like, full Black Star armors in the first place? Probably to get people to fucking spend money on crons and outfits. Like, you can't say that that's not happening, you know what I mean? But, you know, and then there's people out there that are like, oh, don't enhance, just save your silver, grind for a fucking year. And it's like, okay, you know, why not? I mean, life skills are like the richest people in the game, by the way. Like, I think a lot of life skills I know, they have more gear than me. Probably because, like, it's so easy for them to, like, play the game, and they're not, like, you know, burned out as easy. Because a lot of times you can just, like, AFK and, you know, pretty much make your silver by doing nothing. I think I have some cook boxes to turn in today too. At least in my Garana storage, I have like, I can turn like 180 at a time, I think, and that's like, I think it's like 60 mil, and then I have my farm that I can mess around with to get a little bit more silver from. So like a lot of times it's not pure grinding. A part of me wants to like save my silver up and buy like a life skill thing and get like 1600 mastery in life skilling or something. But yeah, this spot's pretty chill though. I think I'm starting to hit like more damage now, so I should probably go towards Abandoned Monastery. Or maybe like start farming like an endgame spot, so like I can get like my flame or something. But part of me is like, do I really want to do that? Not really. Grinding orcs is pretty fucking chill. But yeah, right now my biggest like progression, I want to get another crit cup for my ring. So as soon as this gets to 100, I honestly should be using like my tent buff here. But you know, I'm kind of liking this spot so far. I think the only problems with like Naga, Phokins, and Baragi, it's like pretty much every spots that's not orcs. Like, there's not enough trash that drops. They should definitely fix that. I think that's my only gripe. But I think ever since they buffed like how much the what's it called, the cups are worth, it's like, dang, that's pretty smart. So like I could farm all 3 spots for like a week, make a cup, and sell it for like 5 bill, which is interesting for sure. Or like maybe get like earring upgrades and get like a 3 AP upgrade from that. I do see the interest though. Like, I'm thinking later down the road I'm gonna swap out this with like a pet distortion. It does feel good though, like farming. I don't really like farming at what's that place called? Fuck, I'm losing my thought process. Star's End. Yeah, I don't really like farming there. I should probably try to farm there, because I feel like back in the day when I tried it, my DP was too low. But nowadays it's like, maybe I could probably do it. That's cool. But yeah, I definitely was trying to make more videos, like, since my Mystic video from a while ago. But like, when I went home to visit, I felt, I got sick, and I was like, dang. Every time I'd try to commentary over shit, like while I'm grinding, it'd be like, holy, I'm just coughing, and it was rough. But yeah, I do enjoy Striker. It's fun grinding as Striker. A part of me is saying I should probably just like do Guardian. Because when I was playing my Mystic, I was using the Guardian's Awakening for fun, and I was doing tokens, and it was pretty nice to just use like one skill and do like half the health of the mobs, or use like a 3 skill rotation and they would all die. Ooh, Seed of Void, 10 million. I also don't know how people are getting purified light stones. I should probably do that boss thing. But I'm too lazy. I don't want to go to the land of the moonlight bullshit. I don't really plan to get my Black Star armor or gloves anytime soon. I love camera movement with Striker. But yeah, this definitely isn't like the best silver per hour, but like I do feel like getting 100 shards and then getting a what's it called? Pretty much having the 3% crit damage cup is worth it for the long run. Oh, I don't have my church buffs on. Oh, oh well. I think I'll get my church buffs later and try Bloody Monastery again. But it's pretty wild seeing that everyone has like 400 DP now. I should probably just sell in my next cup and get like buy a bunch of cappers and just cappers my armor up. And just get Fallen God armor already. Maybe by the time I farm enough for the damage reduction belt upgrade, I would probably have enough to buy a Teton Grad belt. And that would be pretty awesome, actually. Having 18 AP on a belt. How much is it, anyways? Accessories, belts. 10 grad belt. Oof, that's 8 bill. Yeah. I should probably try to top one. I do like no damage now. Let's show you how like how less damage I do without my 30 damage monster bonus thing. I should probably swap out. I'd probably take out the attack speed for monster damage, honestly. That's what I'm thinking would be a better idea. Boom. And we're at, what, 4,000 trash now? Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's pretty nice, though. I'm thinking maybe it's better to just, like, not spend my silver for a while. Just to see, like, if items get cheaper over time or not. I could try Castle Ruins too. Castle Ruins is pretty interesting. But it's not as good as Orcs. But getting a Tet Distortion though, or like saving up for like a Pen Black Star, that'd probably feel better than doing whatever I was planning on doing. I could go for like a Pen Orkenrad's belt. I think that would be a cool upgrade too. But 27 billion is fucking nuts. I could just pre-order like maybe if I had like 1,000 Centaurs belts, I could probably do it. But having this for 3 billion, well, not Centaur belts, Orkenrad's belt, because it's what, 50 million each. Get a Tet, I lose 2 AP, and at Pen it's only 10 evasion. That's kind of bad, honestly, but it does give a lot of health though. 125 HP. Who knows? Let's pull these guys a little closer. Boom. Could adamantine and then Wolfsfang. I feel like that's not worth it. I could do trees, push level 63. That'd be a fun thing to do. Also, I was getting so much SP from this event. It's pretty nuts. There's a few things I could do. As far as, like, progression goes, saving up for a pen black star seems very boring. But it would be, like, it would change how I play BDO so much, you know what I mean? I'd probably make so much silver in the long run of things. Because I don't even know how much Caphras I have in this thing. Caphras level 5. I think if I go to, like, Garmoth, or, like, Caphras Calculator. I think the same thing as Zarka. So I have 2,645 Caphras in this thing. Which is... What's the math on that? 2,645. 2,645 times. Pretty much 2.7 mil each. I'd probably say 2.6 mil each, like, if you include taxes. So I have, like, 6.8 bill silver in my weapon right now, which really wouldn't get me anything. I know some people, they do that thing where they, like, pull out all their Caphras on their gear to, like, buy an upgrade. I do not want to do that. I've definitely done some stupid things in the past, though. Like, I've made a pen narc before, and I just fucking blew it up because I'm stupid. Or I sold it, and I think it was like 40 bill, but I only got like 35, 40, 34 billion. And I bought like a bunch of accessories, and I just lost all my money again. Or, yeah, that was horrendous. I've had so many, like, hey, I quit BDO moments that it's, like, wild. It would be cool if the game did have better drops, though. Like, rare drops to farm. I'm thinking, like, you know, if I do farm pearls, or, like, you have, like, a chance, pretty much, to get, what? The belt and the flame to either use or sell. But even then, I don't think, like, that seemed worth as much money as, like, just getting regular accessories. Right? What's the Turos? Turos belt. Oh. It's too bad it's not that easy, is it? Belt. Turos belt. See, like, what is up with the UI lately? So a Turos belt is 300 million. And what's a flame? Flame of despair. See, 1 billion. Like, those just sit on the market forever, don't they? Or you could just grind orcs forever. Want some CC beneath the hut. Wish they would just group already. That was just the weirdest pull ever. I think if I kill the first one, by the time the second and third one die, or at least like as they group up, I don't need to stand there as long. But it's weird. I'm not trying to be optimized at all, though. Oh, there we go. Where we at? 5,000 trash. Oof, this is horrendous. Also, as far as money goes and accessory tapping, like, people will say it's stupid to tap, like, cheap accessories, but, like, sometimes if you just have, like, if you grind, like, 100 mil an hour or some shit, and you feel like you're not making as much progression, you can honestly just tap whatever gear that drops. Like, one of my, I think it was one of my witch friends from, like, one of the tier 1 Node War guilds. She was pretty much grinding she was grinding Tashira, and she was like, you know, it doesn't seem like you're making a lot of silver here, but, like, you start, like, tapping the gear of, like, all the black stones that you have, and you make, like, tech, or tech gear, and you sell it, like, it's not bad. And you're still working towards something, you know, like infinite mana potion. What is the mana potion, anyways? Spirit. Okay. 17 billion. Holy fuck. 16 billion. God damn. It's probably like a bunch of striker mystics or something that don't need it. And they're trying to sell it for 16 billion, and they're probably gonna, like, get a tech distortion or something. And then they're just gonna grind the spot again with, like, their one-button farmer. Or some, like, I could just imagine, like, some hardcore life skiller, right? That's like, you know, tanning these wolves isn't bad. Probably turns all the hides into, like, more profit than the regular person, you know? Or, like, he crafts some kind of gear that he sells. You know, a little niche like that. Or, like, let's say someone does mining for rough stone, right? And they're in the desert. And they mine for, like, a month. And then they just make, like, 1 million cooking utensils to sell. Like, that's, like, a lot of money, you know what I mean? A lot of people, like, forget that that exists. What is it? Is it Caltheon? It's by cooking. Yeah, they're not even listed anymore. Morning light traditional cooking utensil. What the fuck? Wow. How do you make that? Morning light. Polished stone, timber, ingot, and fire horns. Wow. 11 mil each. That's pretty cool. I was also thinking about, like, gathering. Because, like, I do have the hedgehog. I remember, like, a while ago, I think some guy told me that he, like, was burnt out from BDO. And what he did was he said, you know what? I'm gonna make it for gate. So he spent, like, a month chopping wood. And, yeah. He pretty much did that for a while. And then, like, all that wood turns into, like, you know, again, the boat, and like you do the daily, you make the frigate, you sell it for like 1 billion. I could see the interest in that, you know what I mean? That ceiling is chill. And at least you get something that you keep forever. Like, for example, let's say you do Sailies, and you get like, you literally just AFK a lot of it, right? Or you semi-AFK. And it's like easy AFK money. I think like a bunch of like the tier 1 barters are like, what's it called? You can use them to like enhance your ship now. But I think you still have to do like the Sailies, which is like the most annoying thing. But I think like if you join the right guild, someone with a Karak can just carry you. And their boat is fast as fuck. And what a surprise. You can pay to win the cabins on your fucking ship so you can get more sailors. I wish they would just remove, like, the sailors getting sick thing. That's my one gripe with sailing that I don't like. But at least there's, like, something cookers can do now to make a little bit of money of that. What's it? Don't they have to, like, catch lobsters or some shit? But yeah, life skills are rich motherfuckers. I swear. Probably some dude. It's probably a life skiller out there with, like, 100 billion just lying around. Probably has like full Black Star that he just bought. Why are these guys spawning so slow? Do the first one. Alright. Let's kill him in a little row. Yeah. My ferry gets me to 120% weight too, so I'll pay to win this fuck. Actually, I'm also looking forward to doing Aquin. Because I know the patch, they like updated it, and it's like an Agris spot. So like every now and then I'll probably take a little field trip down there. I forgot if they CC you or not, so... But at that point it doesn't really matter. Because I'm gonna have like another critical damage cup. And yeah. There we go. Of course now all the spirits show up and shit. How many of these do I have? So I'm at 53 shards. Yeah, it probably is worth it to... You probably should use a drop rate buff here. Use the Naga fin. Tech Black Star would be nice too. else do I got going on here? I think after this weapon, I'll be hitting my grinding limit of video, and I'm not gonna want to grind for a while. You know, video also is a pretty good game when to pretty much just waste time. And like, as you're waiting for your friends to get online in other games, it's like, cool, you know, why not? I'm debating whether or not to play MapleStory with my friend, too. Because he's been like, yo, you need to play MapleStory with me, man. It's like, I already grind BDO, bro. And like, MapleStory Reboot, there's really no market, so like, it's not as interesting. Wait, when did I kill these guys? Boom. Oh, Tears of the Black Sun. I have so many of these. Man, I'm getting pretty unlucky though. With like the shards right now. Ugh. I like just sitting there getting money. I got 3 minutes left on this buff. But yeah, I've also been thinking about like, in terms of like BDO videos, right? Like, what's the point of them? You know, like, are they really that interesting? And I'm like, you know, maybe it's the commentary these people are watching. Because, you know, guide videos are cool, don't get me wrong. Like, I got, big views on that one. But it's like, I don't know. Like, BDO isn't really about PvP. Because you can't really take it too serious. Because, like, a lot of it is group content. If you think about it, PvP is all about grouping. And, like, even, like, some classes, like, counter others, obviously. But, like, at the end of the day, though, like, if you're in, like, a group fight, like, it's not really that hard to group PvP. You just dash away when you fuck up, or you try to, what is it? Let's put these in there. Or you try to, like, you land a CC, and you try to stay in super armor, and then you back off. So a lot of it is like technical, which is kind of like, because like as far as like PvP goes, like when I learned about group PvP, I played another game called Rising Force Online, and that game pretty much had the same thing that what BDO is using. I wouldn't really call it like rock paper scissors, but people have slowly like understood that like evasion builds are like the counter the full AP builds or DR builds or whatever, and you need like accuracy builds to kill evasion builds, and like certain block classes are good into like casters, and casters like kind of debuff the evasion people so the other people can catch them, or kind of like that thing. And you know, it's very interesting. And I think it just ties down to like shot calling at that point, which is, again, I do like that aspect of it. Like, if you think about it, like, MMOs aren't really supposed to be like this high insane fucking skill requirement to play, you know what I mean? Because that's why people like them. They're chill. Like, if I had to boil down to what PvP is in BDO, I could talk about, like, the CC mechanics, and, you know, you want to rotate your frontal guards and your super armor. You grab somebody if you're in super armor, or I could just be like, you know, a lot of PvP is just dash around for a little bit and hope you CC the other guy. That's it. um, and that's pretty much my experience with PvP in this game. And a little bit, it's like irritating. Because people be like, oh, BDO PvP is so fucking awesome. And then they get grabbed or knocked down while they're in super armor. And it's like, okay, that's fucking gay. And you come to realize that, like, there's other outlets for PvP that's just better than MMOs. Like, MMOs have never been really good on that aspect, unless you talk about, like, those really old MMOs, but, like, they were so hardcore that, like, nobody played them. You know what I mean? RF Online was pretty fucking cool, though, and it was another Korean grind game, but, like, I think I was too young to understand it, to really enjoy it. Because nowadays, like, if you tried to do Rising Force Online in the modern age, like, it would be pretty fucking toxic. But, like, because it had factional warfare, and what people tend to do in factional warfare games is that, like, they'll join the winning team, which is kind of what happened in Rising Force. So, pretty much, like, if you're on the faction that's, like, dog shit at war, or you don't have enough people, like, you literally can't do anything except lose, and then just gank the noobs that are on the winning side. That's literally it. You just play cat and mouse, you kill some people here and there, and you run away. And then, you know, there's all, like, the, nowadays, you know, you have, like, Discord and shit, so people will just, like, the two losing sides will stack up on the winning side, and then they would be like, okay, we're gonna snipe your shit while the other guys are defending. Which is pretty cool. Because that's kind of what, BDO is. People that aren't familiar with, like, Node Wars, like, so in a Node War, you pretty much just place your fort down as, like, an officer or, like, a GM. It costs, like, a certain amount of silver, and then you could place structures around it to, like, funnel people in to make it easier to, like, defend, while at the same time you're trying to kill other people's towers. So there's a lot of scouting involved, a lot of shot calling, and when to, like, go in and attack people. But even then, it's just so laggy, especially Siege. Or, like, I remember we were in, like, a ranged, like, 3v3, and the other two guilds just didn't give a fuck, so, like, it'd be either, like, a stomp, or, like, you know, it's just so annoying. But I don't know about the whole new PvP regional thing for BDO. I think, like, if BDO would want to be popular, they would do, like, a graphical overhaul or, like, performance. Because right now, I feel like BDO is, like, you have a game that's a niche, and you don't know if people will like it or not because their PCs just can't fucking run it, or they play it and it's laggy. Or, like, you know, I think, like, the biggest complaint with BDO is, like, the user interface when you first start playing. Which kind of sucks that that's a thing. Which, like, kind of brings me to, like, you know, it's probably why League of Legends was so popular in Valorant. Like, they don't really take much to run. Then you look at, like, Path of Exile, and you compare it to, like, Diablo 4. The Exile is laggy as fuck. Like, I have a 3060 and I still lag in that game. It's like, okay, dude, what the fuck? You know, I just want to grind. Try out a new build in Path of Exile, and then it's like I used to never lag, and then all of a sudden, like, I guess now this new, like, patch, you could call it, expansion, it's like lagging me, and I'm like, oh damn, that sucks. Yeah, Roaring Tiger? Nope. So, and down C, want to instant cast? Nope. Oh, knee hammer R&B. That's cool. Too bad it doesn't do anything. But yeah. I could do like a whole rant on like what I would want BDO to be. Because a lot of people, they don't really think about certain things I get in the way that I think about it. Like, for example, when people, they're like, oh, I want to make a suggestion for this game, right? They just completely forget that, like, there's this thing called, like, developer intent, obviously. It's like, did the developer want this game to be done this way? Like, if I said, hey, we should introduce, fucking, what is it? Like, rusted XP, like, permanent, like, better Agris Fever, it would probably kill the market. Silver inflation would be nuts, and it would, like, kill a lot of what makes BDO BDO. I think people could agree that, like, you know, maybe the game should lean away from the market more. But at the same time, it's like, oh, man, like, the market is pretty nice. It's kind of like, if BDO didn't have a market, like, would people really enjoy the game as much? Or, like, would they get, like, sales and value packs if, people weren't, like, if people didn't need a value pack to sell shit? You know, part of me is like, maybe BDO would have been better if it was just a fucking subscription game. There is definitely room to, like, overhaul the game. But it's hard to, because, like, you can't just be like, oh, we're gonna make fresh servers. And then it's like, or we're gonna make fresh, zero pay-to-win servers. And then you gotta do journals again. It's like, yeah, fuck that. I don't want to do journals again. I don't even have all my journals done. I just have the AP, DP ones done. I still have like a few health ones that I need to do. You would have to do the main quests all over again. That's fucking gay. You know? The BDO could use some culling. Or, you know, like, I don't even know why there's, like, contribution grind in the game. Like, shouldn't it just be, like, everyone has, like, 400 CP? Or, like, if they limited CP to, like, separate areas that you could hire workers to go to, and then, like, you could, like, get more silver depending on, like, which region you focus on, it would make more sense. Rather than, oh, everyone does the same freaking ones, and then we're gonna buff trading. Which is kind of what they did. They buffed trading so that people would do the trash boxes. So overall, like, a bunch of the nodes are worth it now. I think, like, cooking is big, so people buy out, like, a bunch of cooking materials now, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely going on a huge rant right now. I'm not sure if people like it or not, so I'm trying a second video on this. Boom. Alright. So I think this is where I'm gonna cut the video off. Thank you guys for the support. Actually kind of blows my mind that, like, my channel's, like, getting views now. And, yeah. Hopefully I don't disappoint you guys in terms of, like, what kind of videos I start pumping out. I definitely don't know, like, what other games I should play. Because, like, I've been doing, like, colony sims, but it's, like, hard to see, you know what I mean? Like, for example, in RimWorld, it's a cool game, but it's just so small. Let's turn this off. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little long though, but yeah, see you guys around.